Hi guys, it's Atypical Lou. Today I would like to talk about mental health, in particular borderline personality disorder, which also goes by the name of emotionally unstable personality disorder. So, as someone who is affected by this myself, I have always wanted to be able to reach out to someone or just get advice from someone who has suffers with it themselves. And I never really got that. So I just wanted to make a video to give advice to anyone who may be suffering with it. I was diagnosed with BPD about 6 months ago, but I've known really that I've had it for quite a long time. Yeah, I never really had the help that I needed. I had therapy and counselling, but because I was younger, no one wanted to diagnose me with it particularly. But now that I'm 20 years old, I've actually been diagnosed with it, and I wasn't sure at first really whether I wanted to be, because I didn't want it to sort of control my life, rule my life. I didn't want to know in case it held me back from things, like jobs in particular. But at the same time, I wanted to know because I thought that by having the diagnosis, it would help me move on and help me in the future to try and control it and to learn techniques just to keep it at bay. So yeah, I saw a psychiatrist and had a therapy session done where I sort of just talked about my life and everything that had happened to me in the past and my current situation, my emotions, certain situations that triggered certain things I suffer with. And after that, I had a letter written which told me basically that I'd been diagnosed with it. So that was quite difficult. Yeah, knowing after all this time that actually I do have it, which I suspected, but you still don't think that you're actually going to be diagnosed with it. So it came as a bit of a shock, as well as expected news. But since I have been diagnosed with it, I've been finding that actually my mental health has been getting better. I've received more help than I got before, due to the fact that I am diagnosed with BPD. So more people that I'm in close contact with, sort of mental health wise, now are able to help me better. I've signed up for a recovery college, mental health recovery college, and they do sessions just to help you sort of get through it, teach you techniques, how to handle it. And yeah, it has really helped. So I urge anyone who thinks they might have it, or even not to do with BPD, just anyone that's struggling with their mental health, I really, really would advise you to just get some sort of help, because it doesn't make you any weaker. In fact, it actually makes you stronger, because you are brave enough to go and get the help that you need, and I promise you it will help. I was always really skeptical about getting help, because in the past I'd been to places when I was younger that I didn't think helped me at all. I got very frustrated with it, and yeah, So that kind of, I stopped and then just didn't go back to my therapy for a long time, for about 5 years. And increasingly, my mental health just got worse and worse. And that was when I thought about trying it out again, somewhere new. It does take a while. You might not get along with a certain mental health advisor or therapist, depending on what you have. It's trial and error. You might not get along with them. You might have to keep changing as much until you feel comfortable, but that's fine. It's your mental health at the end of the day. So just keep going, keep trying, and you will eventually find the right help that you need, something that works for you, with someone who you can confide in and trust and get along with, because that will help you to open up more. And by opening up more, that will help yourself, because although sometimes it might seem better to keep things in and not express yourself in fear of maybe hurting others or being judged, but actually, I promise you, it does help, especially if you have BPD. Keeping stuff in is actually the worst thing you can do, because your emotions are all over the place, really. You're, as it says, emotionally unstable to an extent. Keeping your emotions in, they will come out in different ways, whether that be with family, friends, in your relationships, in work, education. It will come out, and either you will have an episode or just really find that you're struggling because of it. You need to confide in someone. And you might not want to now, which is fine, but honestly, the sooner you do it, the better, because it will help. BPD is not necessarily curable, but there are ways that you can really make it better, whether that be medication or therapy. It's different for everyone, and you obviously need to try different ways, but yeah, just please get help with it. Don't suffer in silence. There's no point, because it will make life harder. So yeah, I hope maybe I helped a bit, and thank you for watching.